Okay, Vortex, look, I'm sorry that I keep talking about this, but like I've said, you know, I'm a passionate person, and it's really inspiring when you see other people that have that same passion. There's this little child. I'll say he's a little child because he's very, very young, but he's so ahead of his time that it's really impressive, but it's just inspiring. It's very inspiring, and it's inspiring because this world is full of a bunch of brain dead dunderheads that don't think for themselves. They do what they're told, they buy what they're sold, they don't think about anything. And so it's really inspiring when you see somebody in Gen Z, of all useless generations, that knows what's going on. Now, I think that he's a little short-sighted, but that's because he's young. He's young, and this kid gets so much shit, but it's like he's 22. So I don't know what they expect. This kid has more passion in his little pinky than the entire Republican Party. All these knuckleheads and that useless party. You know, I mean, what's the point? What's the point of having a Republican Party if it's just going to be the other Democratic Party? You know what I mean? It's retarded. Oh my goodness! Semi-truck! We're terrified right now. We're terrified. Okay, passed. The fear is gone. Now, anyway, I talk about this kid because he cares, and I can tell that he really, really cares, and I don't think he's working for anybody. You know, he might be lying to us all, but I doubt it, because he seems like he's against, you know, lying, which is why he doesn't like women very much. That's understandable. Me too, baby, me too. There should be like a Me Too movement for women that have been victimized by other women and can't stand these lying sacks of crap, because that's literally all it is. That's all it is. It's just like if you're a woman, you're like essentially a pathological liar. That's what that means. But it's totally fine. It's totally fine to be a pathological liar as long as you have a vagina, right? You can lie about anybody and anything. You can say that you were raped, even if you just had a sexual experience that you didn't enjoy. That's rape now, apparently. Anyway, if anybody in the vortex can get a hold of this kid, you might be my other favorite person, okay? Because I ain't going on Twitter. I have standards. I was tempted to go on Twitter and try to contact Nick Fuentes before that Capitol bullshit, but I knew that he wouldn't have listened to me, so there's no point. He would have just said I was crazy and trying to sleep with him or some other bullshit. Honey, think I'm trying to pop your cherry? Come on now, baby. Not interested in that. Not in the slightest. I mean, people in cluster A just aren't interested in that sort of thing. Like, I've tried being with people, and I just can't. They leave me. Because I'm not interested. But, you know, I try to be and fail. After a while, you just have to accept the way that you are. But I'll pay him $500 if he comes out here. Tell him that. Whoever gets a hold of him. Tell him I'll pay him $500. I know that he's struggling right now with money. I mean, I don't know if he's struggling, but I know that he just lost a lot of money. You see, I've been praying a lot for this kid, and I'm pretty sure that that's the reason why he wasn't allowed to board that flight. Because there's a lot of shit going on right now that nobody knows about. I know about it because I'm very smart. I'm a lot smarter than everybody else, which is why I don't have a smartphone. Because I knew in 2007 what they was doing. I knew it. But, yeah, I'll give anything to save this kid because he's got a heart of gold, and I will save anybody that has a heart of gold. This friend of mine, she used to be a compulsive liar, and I knew she had a heart of gold. She was just crazy because her father walked out when she was 8 years old. And because I knew that about her, this bitch lived with me too. So it was a very sticky situation. And it was like everybody in my life told me that I should just drop her. That's the shittiest advice I've ever heard. Oh yeah, just forget somebody. Just forget somebody because they have problems. Just forget somebody. You know, I'm like, she's my friend. Like, you know, I asked advice, but I asked for advice from a lot of different people. And there was one person. I think I talked to like at least 25 people about this subject. Because I didn't know what to do. There's one person who's a Christian, of course, told me, well, she's your friend, so you have to tell her the truth. You got to try to help her any way you can. Maybe she won't listen to you, maybe she'll deny it, but you have to try. Guess whose advice I took? And I wasn't a Christian at the time. I've always been a believer of God, a very strong believer. You know, I've rejected him. Multiple times I rejected him, and luckily he's not a woman, so he could take it. Yeah, I think about this girl. She means so much to me. She's like my little sister. She's like 10 years younger than me. And, you know, she like compares me to Jesus. Because I don't think that's a fair comparison, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Kimmy. I told her I was going to start calling her compulsive if she didn't cut that shit out. But, you know, I sat down with her. We had a long talk, very, very hard talk. And I think that's what people don't want to do. They don't want to have these really difficult conversations with people. But if having a difficult conversation could save somebody's life, and you don't have that difficult conversation, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And I knew that she wasn't lying because she was trying to hurt me or anybody else. She was lying because she was hurting. And there are two types of liars. They're liars that try to get out of responsibility, and then they're liars that lie because they're insecure. Okay? And I knew that she fit in the second category. And I knew this because I studied the situation, because that's all we do is study things. So this was like a project. It was a project specifically because she lived with me. So, like I said, very sticky situation. You know, I didn't know what she was going to do. Because multiple people had accused her of lying. But see, that's the problem. You make accusations rather than sit down and level with them and show them, look, I understand. I said, look, I forgive you. I forgive you for all this. I mean, she started crying. Then we ended up dropping acid that night. No joke, man. The thing is, that wouldn't have happened. Like, if we hadn't had that conversation, we wouldn't have found that acid. I know. I used to do a lot of drugs. I don't do drugs anymore. And I'm not like above it or anything. I don't look down on you if you do drugs. I don't look down on you if you drink, smoke, whatever the fuck you do. I do look down on you if you vape though, because you're fucking retarded. You should just kill yourself. But, unless you're Dave Smith. Dave Smith's alright. Dave Smith would love you. Oh, I already know. Me and Dave would be like this. His wife's pregnant again. That's exciting. It's always exciting, like, when you hear about that. Like, I'm so happy for people that have that. You know, I don't think I'll ever have that because, like, I'm just too damn crazy. Woo! But because I'm so crazy, and this is specifically why I call my channel kind of spastic, It's like, I see the purpose in all that, you know? Like, much like Camille Paglia, you know, I feel like she understood the importance of masculinity, and, you know, because people looked at her like, you know, she's lesbian, I think. But I guess they expected her to be like some lefty-loosey, but she was more of a righty-tighty because she understood the purpose, because she was outside. You know, and that's the thing. When you have an outsider's perspective, you can really understand why these things are so important. But I'm extremely religious, but I'm disorganized because I'm a disorganized schizo. It's so much fun. I fucking love it. It's frustrating though. It's frustrating, but we make do. Okay, Lord, please help me get over. Can you help me get over? Please, Lord, help me get over. Help me get over. Help me get over. Thank you, Lord. All you gotta do is ask and you shall receive. We are in the right lane. And we're always in the right lane now, baby. Because we are conservative anarchists. That's the thing. I want to tell Nick. I want to talk to him in person. That's why I'm willing to pay him so much money to come out here, because I want to talk to him in person. I do not want to talk to him over the internet. The internet is the problem. Okay? Please, somebody relay this message to him. Please. Please, please, please. Pretty please. What they used to say back in the day, back in the 90s, they used to say, pretty please with ice cream and a cherry and sugar and all that. Please do this for me.